straight-face test. In reality, it's more like a demolish America faster. If you really think it builds America back better, your view of America is a lot different than most of the people I know. We grew up in America where college professors taught students how to think, not what to think. An America where you could express your thoughts on any subject without having the media collude with big tech to censor you through bullying, intimidation, or bogus so-called fact checks. We grew up in America where parents were encouraged to support the education of their children, not targeted by the Department of Justice as domestic terrorists or telling the school board members they think they're going in the wrong direction. We grew up in America where immigrants, like most of our predecessors, our ancestors, were welcomed if they came here legally. I can move to Mexico, but it would be impossible for me to become a Mexican. I can move to Honduras, but I can never become Honduran. I can move to Somalia, but it would be impossible for me to become a Somalian. And on it goes. But it's possible for people from other countries to come here and become Americans. And if they worked hard and played by the rules, they could build a better future for themselves and their families. They could achieve the American dream. That's why people risk their lives, and some have died, trying to come to this country. No other countries with the kind of policies you're trying to force down the throat of Americans is like that. Yes, we lived in America where most folks, unless they're plagued with affluenza, wokeness, entitlementitis, or Trump-phobia, believed they lived in the greatest and the freest country in the history of the world. Pre-COVID-19, we lived in America with the lowest unemployment rate in decades, the lowest African American and Hispanic unemployment rate since they began keeping records. An America that was energy independent, an America with mostly fair elections, and an America with secure borders. And speaking about secure borders, let's be clear, there is a crisis at the border, even though the president, the vice president, and most of my colleagues across the aisle deny it. Coming into our country illegally does not make someone a legal immigrant, any more than someone breaking into your house makes them one of your family. You see, most people know there's a difference between legal immigration and the illegal invasion that we're witnessing right now. Proposed mass amnesty will only encourage others to come and try illegally. It's not hard to see where you're coming from. You know, based upon the false promise that he would unify America, President Biden got into the Oval Office, and my friends on the other side of the aisle gained a razor-thin majority in the House and the Senate.
Game over.
Game over.
Hey guys, this is Tommy with Tommy Nation Politics. How's everyone doing today? Tommy Nation Politics. Hello, my friends. It's Tommy with Tommy Nation Politics. How's everyone doing today? We've got a lot of news going on. It's the midterms. We might actually have a close election. It just depends, guys, because you know how the big cities are Democrats and then the rural areas Republican, and that's because they try to pretend that they're pro-life or they're for the working man, or they're gonna raise the minimum wage, or they're going to give you a Green New Deal, or they're going to give you health care, Medicare for all. It's all lies, but yet people believe it. It's interesting. Nothing's changed, guys. Nothing's fundamentally changed at all. Did y'all know that? Did y'all fucking know that? Look at me. Look at me. This is how crazy Joe Biden's made Gotham. Y'all know that I'm a huge Batman fan. So, it's an interesting ordeal, guys. I don't know how it's happened, but nothing has fundamentally changed. Nothing has fundamentally changed at all. And you guys are literally still going to vote for the Democrats and Republicans, aren't you? You still are. Breaking news. I know it. So it's funny, guys, because I do ads for my election, for the election year, talking about Tommy Nation politics and how I consider myself as a somebody to get you out of the addiction of the voting for the duopoly political party system that you think will change something eventually further down the road, 2032, 2038, 2045, you're dead. Your kids have massive debt. Income inequality is at its heights. We're living in a feudalism, serf indentured servitude, and the 1% own more wealth than the bottom 90% combined. But that's not even the worst part, guys. It's not even the worst part. You know what the worst part is? The worst part is, where did our inalienable rights go? Where did they go, guys? You know the thing. The ones enshrined in our Constitution. You know, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, promote the general welfare. Yeah, penned in loyalist blood that immortalized the Declaration of Independence, guys. Consummated through fervent rebellion. Now you can't even talk about rebellion or insurrection. Oh, it's so not good to not comply, not follow the rules, not trust the science. Well, guys, the news today, Fauci, not only is he doing gain-to-function research on the Wuhan lab coronavirus itself. Yes, I said it, Facebook. Yeah, well, all paths lead to that, guys. His emails redacted. All of his peons covering up his traces. And then his gain-to-function research, his experiments on dogs. You guys like that? Oh, I'm sure you don't. Oh, no, I said it was Fauci, not Trump. Are you still good with that? Experiments on dogs? So, guys, human beings, dogs, all animals, because of the pollution of the elites as they pollute our oceans and water, interfering with freedoms in a draconian way, mandates, guys, completely unconstitutional, completely out of the jurisdiction and bounds of the executive branch. There's supposed to be 3 branches of government. Let me just break this down for you guys. There's supposed to be 3 branches of government. There's an executive, a legislative, a judicial branch. So executive, they sign the laws that the legislative branch passes, right? And then the Supreme Court is the judicial branch. They have the final say on whether that or not that's constitutional. Now, the Supreme Court has chickened out, just like you partisans, not ruled on these mandates at all because they don't want to cross the old man Joe. But guys, he's losing power so fast. If I had a Supreme Court that was extremely conservative, and I had a dementia-riddled old Dixiecrat in the White House, I would take this time to destroy the Democrats once and for all. But why don't the Republicans do it, guys? Why don't the Republicans destroy the Democrats once and for all? The massive inflation, the ongoing foreign wars, the breaking of the promises with a minimum wage, with Medicare for all, with a Green New Deal. Meanwhile, you have AOC at Met Galas with that tax the rich the dress on. Is that not the final slap in the face? No, it's not. The final slap in the face is when a Dixiecrat himself tells you he came out of the Obama coalition. Oh yeah, the black community knows me. Look here, fat. Motherfuckers, 40% approval, guys. Why? It's very simple. It's not because of partisanship. It's because we can all feel the squeeze of the cost of living. We can all feel the pinch. And it's not just a third world country anymore. It's come directly to our shores. That's what your apathy's brought. That's what your apathy's brought. Your apathy, your voting of the lesser of 2 evils. Lesser of 2 evils, guys, equals evil. Your apathy and your completely non-illogical, non-mathematic equation of lesser of 2 evils has brought us the massive inflation, income inequality in that sense seen since the Gilded Age, guys. And foreign wars expanded and expounded upon by the intelligence community that is not even elected by the people. Not even elected by the people. So, I think I showed a video, my pre-video. It was very specific to what I was talking about, and I really didn't think I have to say anymore. Really, honestly, I don't have to say any more than I have to, guys. But because all of these partisans have so many questions about, am I still stuck on Hillary? Am I, what am I doing? No, see, I'm not a stupid partisan like you. I'm not stuck on Hillary. I can't get over the fact that these politicians, these political class, they keep on doing illegal things. They keep on murdering people. They keep on committing genocide around the world, and they don't ever go to jail. So I'm not stuck on Hillary. I'm using Hillary as an example of another example of another example. But yet you can't stop focusing on Hillary and her emails. But her emails. Did you read it? Did you read her emails? There was pictures of Gaddafi dead. We saw he died. Her emails were sick. Yeah, but she's not Trump, right? So this is where we've come, guys. This is the culmination of it. It's not where dreams are born and time is never planned, guys. This Neverland is a hellish nightmare where Captain Hook himself killed Peter Pan long ago and took over. So, I'm just saying. Meanwhile, we've got the mad scientist, Mr. Jekyll, as well. See what Mr. Jekyll has to say. Mr. Jekyll, could you give us some scientific facts, Mr. Jekyll? We got to trust the science, and we got to make sure that we do exactly what these guys say, because they're not trying to funnel the wealth to the 1% or their donors or build campaign finance war chests so they cannot ever be kicked out of office, even if they were primaried. This guy's made a name for himself, Mr. Fauci. Mr. Fauci made a name for himself with the AIDS pandemic. Now he's come yet once again. This guy is like the fucking one of the horsemen of the apocalypse. I swear to God.
So remember, go back, I mean, we did it right in your market. We would do special vaccine drives for law enforcement. We did it at the Polk County Sheriff's Office with Grady Judd. We did it everywhere. When the Johnson & Johnson came out, we provided that specifically to law enforcement. So we've done a lot in that regard. I've also been the only governor in the country that I'm aware of that has provided enhanced access to early treatments. I mean, if you look what happened when people were getting hospitalized at higher numbers this summer, almost none of them, got any type of early treatment. And we've had monoclonal antibodies available since December, which have proven to be very effective. So we rolled out 25 sites, and since we've rolled out those sites, daily hospital admissions are down over 90%. Our hospital census has gone down statewide every day for over 2 months, and we're probably going to be nearing a pandemic low on all of that stuff. So we've provided huge support on the front end through prevention, but also huge support on the back end through treatment. And I think the sad thing is there were people who were getting infected for really a long time, and still happening throughout the country, where physicians were telling them to just go home and hope you don't get deathly sick. In Florida, what we said is that can't be the answer, particularly the high-risk folks. If you're infected, get this monoclonal very quickly. And you know what? We had huge success.
So I hope you all heard the news about Fauci and his dog experiments. And then we have Joe Biden, who hasn't affected any of his agenda. Minimum wage? No. Senate parliamentarian? A Green New Deal? No. Medicare for all? No. Legalizing marijuana? No. But Moderna and Pfizer have gotten their boosters approved by the FDA. I hope y'all know that. Yes, Moderna and Pfizer. Marijuana needs to be studied more, Joe, because we don't know the risks, the health risks, Joe. So marijuana needs to be decriminalized, not legalized, right? That's what you said in the debate. I mean, these are all facts. And I really wish someone would just give me a good argument of why you're such a sycophantic partisan that you betrayed your entire country for a Democrat or Republican, something that has no meaning, has no existence in the Constitution. The Constitution, the Founding Fathers, they did not envision two parties. In fact, George Washington said, in place of time and things, political parties could be used as potent engines in which unscrupulous men might be able to usurp the reins of government and, what does he say, carve for themselves the very engines which brought them into unjust power. George Washington is so smart, man. He's one of the smartest guys ever. He was almost right about everything. He was right about King George. He was right about, Lexington and Concord. And he won a great victory in Bunker Hill. But he was wrong about one thing. He was wrong about Congress. At the time, Congress was, dragging their heels during the end of the war when the British were leaving. And he was like, no, everybody. The military wanted to literally do a coup. And he was like, no, you must give this government a chance. You must give this government a chance. We have checks and balances. We've written this completely so that every hand it's a democracy. It's a republic, democratic republic. Every hand has accountability. Every hand has a pot, a hand in the pot. And that was supposed to be our country, a melting pot, right? So that we all, with opportunity, out of many, one, working for the common good. But then the Democratic Republican idea came with the centralized banking system. And then when we went to war against the French afterwards, that was a big thing. And every war we've ever been into, guys, has never been good for us politically. Because politicians have learned to capitalize on the, what do they say? Don't let a good crisis go to waste. That's from House of Cards. It's true. When we wanted to go to war with the French against the British, it was all a big deal, and the Democratic Republican and the Federalist Party came to be. I think we should go to war. I think we shouldn't go to war. I want a centralized banking system. I don't. So then there became talking points, right? And the out of many one, working for the common good idea, died with George Washington in 1799. Sucks. Because he was so smart, man. Really was. I wonder what he would be. I wonder what he would be like today. If he saw two political parties that he was warning against in his farewell address come into power, and then not only destroy our civil liberties, which he put in the Constitution with Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton, but then also, and we don't even care. We trade it all for security. As soon as we get scared, we just fucking throw it all away. 9/11, 2001 Patriot Act. No habeas corpus. If anybody even thinks you're a terrorist, you go to Guantanamo Bay. There's no trial. Public opinion is a real thing. The court of public opinion is a real thing now with the Patriot Act. And they keep renewing it. And now they've got this pandemic. Guys, the pandemic's not a hoax, obviously. But they never, ever let a good crisis go to waste. And what you've done by showing them that you're so scared that you will let them mandate something, put your body, abandoning your entire argument of my body, my choice. What you've done, you've shown them something. You've shown them that they can literally do anything they want to us now. And they will. There's no bounds. There's no bounds a politician will not go through to A, get elected, and B, to win an election. Because that's what they do. If you look up political party in the dictionary, if you look up politician in the dictionary, a politician is someone who is in office. If he's not in office, he's not a politician. A political party, just look it up. I don't want to tell you things because you're going to think I'm crazy. But it's not really about you. It's not about you guys. It's mostly about maintaining their power in government. Just going to say. That's what the dictionary says, okay? It's not what Trump says. It's not what Bernie Sanders says. It's what the dictionary says. And I'm sorry to tell you, but they only want to get elected. Every piece of evidence points to that. And yet, I don't understand, guys. Hey, I smoke marijuana legally. Thanks, Joe. Hey, Michael Wrigley. Hey, Joe Biden had nothing to do with that. It was actually the big corporations again. I'm going to try to go slowly so you can understand this. Try to go slowly. So, did Joe Biden make an executive order? He could actually, Michael Wrigley, today, this very day, he could deschedule marijuana because it's a Schedule 1 drug. Look up Schedule 1 drug, Michael Wrigley. I know I gotta take this slow. So let me just say, Schedule 1 drug means it cannot be researched for medically, right? So it's also a crime. People have been in jail. In fact, Mr. Biden, his 3 strikes, part of his crime bill, put people in jail for smoking marijuana for life. I'm not joking. It's not a joke. He literally put people in prison for smoking marijuana for life, Michael Wrigley. So when you say, I smoke marijuana legally, thanks, Joe, it's kind of ironic. And do you realize how dumb you are? Because you don't know the history of the crime bill and how these corporations like MedMen got together. And the only reason they're okay with it now is that the MedMen, y'all know that big dispensary in Vegas? It was awesome. I went there. They got like all these kinds of strains. And yeah, so they got rich. And they were like, where do we put our money? Because with Schedule 1 drug, you can't put drug money or sex trafficking money in a bank. It's illegal. They can't have it. That's why Deutsche Bank got in trouble for doing business with Epstein. So they were like, we got to buy some politicians and we've got to make it legal to put our money in a bank because we can't be hiding it all under a mattress. We're fucking rich, right? So they bought some politicians and now it's okay. And now MedMen's huge. Their pot sucks though. I could grow a better pot than them. But they did. I was going to Vegas for a wine thing because I'm a som. And I said I wanted to stop by. They actually picked me up from the airport. They chauffeured me back to my resort afterwards. So I had my pot. It's like my dealer. Like literally just driving me back. I got this thing called Morning Joy. It wasn't very good though. Maybe it was too much sativa. Vegas was awesome, but that pot was lame. But yeah, I could grow a better pot. That indica from fucking Afghanistan, bro. That Kush. That's what I'm talking about. So, Michael Wrigley, if you want to delve into the world of marijuana, I'm all game. But Joe Biden has nothing to do with it. Not only does he have nothing to do with it, he literally hates it. He fired all the staffers that smoked marijuana in his administration. Do you remember that, Michael Wrigley? Do you remember when he fired all of the staffers in his, look it up, the New York Times? He fired all the staffers for smoking marijuana, Michael Wrigley. Did you know that? It's so ironic how dumb you guys are. Like, and I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just like, you say things like this, and it's just like, I could give you 5 examples of how it's completely not like that. But I'm the crazy guy. I don't know, man. Did he or did he not fire all of his staffers to smoke marijuana? Did he or did he not do a 3 strikes rule that put people in jail for smoking marijuana? Did he or did he not? So I don't understand. Is this supposed to be funny? Because our country is falling apart. And you can smoke marijuana legally, thanks Joe, who literally is against it and still is. So I don't know, man. You're fucking dumb. That's all I have to say. But we got another one here. Tommy, your mama, Von Schlittner. Hey, your mama too. Your mama's so fat. She's out on Rainbow and Skittles came out. Are we still doing that shit? Are we still doing that shit? Your mama's so fat jokes. I don't know if the PC culture, I might get canceled. I almost got canceled, guys, for saying retarded. I'm a musician, so I say retardando. But everyone's like, oh, you're talking about... No, I'm not talking about anybody, but people that are. And not people that are autistic, but people that are stupid on purpose, like Michael Wrigley. See this guy? He's retarded. That's stupid on purpose. Like, you have to literally put a blindfold on, put stuff in your ears and fucking spin around to not know this shit. Or maybe you just have to be like an entitled white person. But I don't know. I'm not going to generalize. Not all white people are dumb like that. But this guy definitely is. Anyway, guys, I got off my point here. Just because you guys say the most fucking ironic shit ever. So, basically, guys, what I'm trying to say is, do you believe? Do you believe in the promise of our country? Do you believe in the Constitution? Have you ever asked yourself that when you were in elementary school and you were pledging allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all? Did you think about what you were saying, or did you just repeat that pledge? And you said it because it was a tradition and your dad told you to do, and you stand for the flag because why? Guys, it's almost like we don't remember why we do the things we do. And that's what's interesting to me. That's why I feel like we're all becoming lost boys. Boy, why are you crying? Did you lose your shadow? Yes, you're all just walking around with the Democrats and Republicans trying to scrub your fucking shadow on with some soap. It's not how it works, guys. Voting for the lesser of two evils is always going to be evil. And evil, because of your accomplishment of lesser of two evils, the lesser evil, Joe Biden, okay, maybe he's not as bad as Trump. I don't know by what metric. I like really, guys. I'm not a Trumpist, but I really honestly think Trump could have gotten out of Afghanistan better than this guy. This guy is a dementia-riddled old man. Not trying to be mean. I hate him, but he literally is not in charge. If you don't realize that, what are you doing? Are you smoking marijuana all day? Come on, guys, you're smoking more than me. If you don't realize Joe Biden's not in charge, do you remember what his platform was in the campaign about the Obamacare expansion? Do you remember that? Where is it? Do you remember minimum wage being part of his campaign? And during the convention, his wife literally like chauffeuring it out like Vanna White in her green curtain dress. Oh yes, we're gonna give all the children health care. Yes, we're gonna expand Obamacare. Where is it? He hasn't done anything, guys. So god damn it. Why are you still voting for these parties? Why are you still voting for them, dude? Now we've got a literal puppet in the White House. The last president was stupid as fuck. This president's a puppet. What's next? That's where I step in, guys. Just trying to let you know. Alert, alert, danger, Will Robinson, danger. What's next? Literally, Kamala Harris. It's probably next. I'm speaking. The border? Why is she laughing? Who knows? It's funny though. It's so funny. When she was talking about how she didn't co-sponsor Medicare for All with Bernie Sanders. Remember what she did? When she signed and co-sponsored the bill Medicare for All with Bernie Sanders, because being a progressive was cool back then. And then her donors at Wall Street and the banks said, shut the fuck up. Tulsi Gabbard almost destroyed your ass. We had to pull you out of the ashes. You don't give a shit about Medicare for All. And you know what she did? I'm speaking. I mean, how many examples can I give you of how of a Delilah? It's a Samson and Delilah relationship you're in, guys, and you really got to stop because she's got to cut your hair off eventually. She already has. She's cut the hair off of America, bro. They robbed us all. They robbed us all 5 times with that COVID relief. $1,200, $600, nickel and diming us. 48 hours it took them to bail out the banks of Wall Street and the military-industrial complex. Remember when Bernie Sanders was asking for $2,000 checks and Chuck Schumer was in the other room passing the military budget? Do you guys remember any of this? Is this? So I'm done. I'm done, guys. I'm done today. Because I could just keep on going. I could just keep on giving you examples and examples of how stupid you are. But I don't think you're going to get it. Probably think I'm rambling and I'm crazy and I'm on drugs. But I just remember things. Maybe I should be on drugs. I'm definitely going to smoke some after this. Stop thinking about it. Y'all be free thinking, innovative, and open-minded. Remember, this is your place for progressive news media. The media is the enemy of the people. I didn't say it. Noam Chomsky said it. And Donald Trump. Work for the common good, people. This is Tommy Nation Politics.